Once upon a time, in a kingdom that was lost to the human eye, there lived a man who was cursed with a strange jinx. This curse would cause him to turn into a demon every full moon night. So, he lived out of the sight of the man in a dreaded castle in the forest. People never stepped into the forest as the strange sounds of growling and howling prevailed. No one stepped into the forest out of fear, and for everyone said, "In this forest lies a great evil." Nobody would dare to step into the forest as it was dark as death rages upon a man. Full moon nights were the most dreadful nights of the town. The cursed lived a long and suffering life. Some said he was 100 years old and others said he was 500 years. Some said it was just a legend to make people fear the forest so that people did not enter the forest to hide a secret. People never dared to enter into the forest. There lived a girl in the village who was a potter and used to sell her pottery in the nearby city. She had no parents, no guardian, and lived alone. The girl was loved by the villagers. Her pottery was very creative and her new inventions helped the villagers. She often went to the cities to sell her pottery, taking the road of the nearby forest. One day the girl was going to the city and there was a heavy downpour that day. This rain delayed her passage through the forest and it was night. The night and rains caused her to forget her ways. She suddenly went into the wrong road. It was the road to the forbidden forest where the demon dwelled. She was also attacked by the pack of hyenas. She could not stop herself but went into the forest. The girl hiding from the hyenas to save her life. She was afraid and she went into the castle. The demon noticed the presence of the girl and was behaving normal. She said unto the man, "How come you live alone in such dreaded forest?" She asked him that who lived with him. The man was not able to answer her. The girl was sore afraid and the man consoled her and gave her to eat. He asked her to leave by next morning. He ordered her to not come back to this forest ever again. The girl was surprised at the kind gesture of the man. She was also surprised as the legend was true. The girl was drawn to him and asked him the reason of him being imprisoned here. He was reluctant to tell her the truth. The girl asked him about the full moon night but he did not tell her. Next morning the girl was about to go. The man walked along with her and sent her out of the forest. The girl was gone but she left a deep mark on his heart. As he saw a human after 100 years in his wretched life. The girl also had compassion for the man as he was so generous to her and dealt with her in kindness. His kindness drew her closer to him. His kindness faded away all the wrong sayings of the legend. He could not come out of the forest and he believed she would never return for him. He was in total despair and went towards the darkness of the forest and the curse, but the girl could not stop thinking about the man. The men in the village did not respect women properly and often looked down upon them. The unrelenting grace of the man has drawn the heart of the young virgin towards him. She thought of him every moment. His eyes, his hands, and his kindness, she forgot not. The man thought rippled the heart of the girl. She long forborne the suffering decided to meet his beloved. On the other hand, after 100 years the company of the human made the man joyful and the thought of the girl as she was repelled by the evil reputation he had. He was stunned by the kindness she showed him, being friendly with him even though the legends made him appear as a demon from the Hades. The man hoped to see the girl but was bound by the evil curse. The man hoped to see her. The young virgin had already made up his mind. Next day she went to meet the man. She went into the forest. She was not afraid of the hurdles of the path. She went to the castle and saw the man. The man saw her. The man asked her why was she here, the man and the young virgin. They both had peace and delight in see each other. But the man restrained himself to express his feelings for her and asked her to leave. But the girl insisted to let her stay and tell her the truth. She knew the man was hiding something from her. The man refused to tell her and asked her to go away from him. The man could not restrain his love for her. He saw her going away from her and was sorrowful. The tears rolled down his cheeks. His tears gave the young girl a hope that he had feelings for her. She went away sorrowful. The man was ravished at the sight of her and was dejected too. As he was monster and demon dwelt in him. The girl could not understand the reason of his rejection. She decided to leave but to come surely back on the night of the full moon. She wondered it was the full moon night that would reveal all the secrets of the man. The lady went and waited till it was full moon. The full moon night arrived and she was all set to go the castle in the forest. She went to the castle not knowing what she was about to encounter. When she went into the forest, great winds blew. They were trying to hinder the paths of the lady. Mighty rains struck the ways of the woman but she did not stop. She reached the castle and heard the sounds of growling, howling and roaring. The lady was sore afraid but the love of her beloved did not stop her from encountering his beloved. She saw in the castle that her beloved was transfigured into demon. He was marred in his visage, he looked vile. His bearing became the most unwanted in the whole universe. He was a demon from the Hades. His appearance was so wicked that no man has ever imagined. Evil drooled out his breath. The girl was fearful yet faced the man. But the human nature of the man asked her leave and was full of guilt as he never wanted his beloved to see him in such condition. He roared and growled and went out killing whatever came into his way. He was about to kill the girl but his human nature did not allow him to do so. So, she was the only one who was ever spared by the dreadfulness of the man, full of evil. The girl fainted and laid as dead on the floor. The whole night, the man devoured the beasts of the forest. When the next morning appeared, she came back to her senses and began to scream. The girl was very afraid of the man. She began to scream at his sight. The man said to her that she should have not seen his evil curse. The girl did not look at him. She was so shocked that she went back home. The man thought it was the end.